thing is up and running. And it is. All right. So here I'm going to, there we go. Here I'm going to do a hot lap. And I'm going to make sure my audio input was weird last time. So there's my headset mic. Here's my desktop audio. Let's make sure that's good. Okay, and so what I'm going to do is a hot lap of my new favorite racetrack, Mount Panorama Circuit. And I'm going to be doing this in one of these. It's a Formula F or Formula Ford 1600cc. It's basically like an entry class open wheel formula car. So let's hit test drive. So only my second time on the track, so you're not going to see anything super impressive. But I do want to show off how awesome this freaking track is. It is ridiculously cool. All right. Loading up right now. And this little drawing here doesn't really, I don't know, do it justice. The elevation changes are wild. So yeah, the Weekend Warriors have an event here, as you can see, and I'm thinking about joining them. They require a D license and a safety rating of 3. I have a D license and a safety rating of 3.5, I think. All right, here we go. Typical Ford takes a little while to start. And I'm going to see if the audio from the car is going through. So that is an issue. Put it in neutral here. And oddly enough, it does look like the engine sound isn't really coming through so great, is it? Oh, sadly, that's probably one of the coolest things about iRacing is the engine sound, but oh well. Let's run the track. Now the Formula Ford is a 4-speed. No sequential shifting like all these modern day Indy cars and stuff. I think it's hilarious that the Petters section, my whole sim is vibrating with how terrible it is suspension-wise. That didn't take long. I forgot about the whole cold tires thing. Let's start over. So I'm going to go a little slower this time, because my tires are cold. Yeah, hilarious that this is the Petters section with a big ad there when you go bumping and the car's just bumping all over the place. This time I'll slow down way earlier with my cold tires. The uphill climb is really cool. This is the first harsh corner. This one's Hell's Corner. I wonder why they call it that. You kind of cruise up here. Now you're getting close to the top. And it's just bumpy. Turns are very sharp. I think the reason this is my favorite track is it has a little bit of everything, right? It has hairpins, it has sweepers, it has elevation changes, like wild elevation changes, and it has some pretty sweet straight stretches, which I'm going to show you in a minute. Now this is a sketchy part right here. I have a friend of mine who drove this in real life and mentioned that it indeed was. And this, yeah, definitely seems like it would be pretty wild in a passenger car. See if some tires are a little warmer. Let's crack it open. This thing's floating all over. Yeah. I want to try this in an F4, F3 car when I get the skills. This turn right here is sketchy. Yeah, it does that. And yeah, this track is exciting in this Formula F, which is, yeah, like I said, entry level, low horsepower car. Imagine this thing in a Dallara or something. Holy crap. Here's the other straight that goes uphill, but still very fast. Missed a gear. So fast. Such a cool track. Yeah, and I'm thinking about training on this thing this weekend and joining that Weekend Warriors event. But I still haven't even done an official iRace on this track yet, so probably should train a little bit. Get to know the track better, sort of thing. But yeah, it's my new favorite track. This thing is just crazy fun. And there's so much like trust, especially coming down this area where you just have to trust that you can make the corners and it's not gonna, you're not gonna spin out or leave the freaking track. I'm doing frame dropping like crazy in here. All right, let's crack it open again for one last time. One 134. 134. All right, so I just wanted to show this thing off. This is such a fun track. Such a good thing. And who knows, I might join that little Weekend Warriors event. See what I mean about that corner? That corner gets me. There's my ghost from last lap.